Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, November 14th, in the year 2024. Boy, and that Vegas Matt interview is still cooking on the internet.
Right, yeah. We're, 105,000 views?
By far our biggest video ever.
800 comments, 1,000 new subscribers for our channel.
Yeah.
So welcome to the new Vegas Matt fans who liked us enough. Out of 105,000, 1,000 of them said, I'll subscribe.
Cool.
A little under 1%.
That's pretty good, I think, for YouTube.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. You know, it's like they do one thing, we do something else. It was cool after the follow-up last week where we kind of dissected what we did in that interview. We got a lot more people doing, saying more of the same. That they telling us, well, how much they like to watch Vegas Matt and his crew play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that they're so entertaining, so funny, and they really set the standard high for a lot of these other gaming influencers that we see online.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got the right recipe. Their recipe is the one that people enjoy, and we got a lot more information. So, watch the show, read the comments. They're enlightening. We're going to have another one on. We're going to have Matt Borey from the Jackpot Gents in 2 weeks. That's
right, and they got a really fun channel that dates back actually years on YouTube.
Yeah, and more video poker than slots. So we'll see what another Matt has to say in a couple of weeks.
Hey guys, it's Andrew from the Las Vegas Advisor, reminding you to go to the description box in the video and click on the link to get your member rewards coupon book. So when you come to Vegas, you can save thousands on all sorts of fun stuff to do. Happy couponing.
All right, so Anthony, people can't say that we don't ever break news. This is breaking news coming from the Las Vegas Strip at the Wynn. What's going on?
Well, yeah, we just found out about this morning, and we inserted it into the show. Tillman Fertitta, who is the cousin of Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, who of Station Casinos in Red Rock, has now become the biggest stakeholder in Wynn Las Vegas.
That's really interesting,
or in
right?
the Wynn, in the, all of Wynn, including Wynn Las Vegas, Encore, the Wynn casinos. Takes his stake to 9.9%.
Okay.
And he was second biggest stakeholder behind Elaine Wynn for, forever, but he's now gone above her. And, there's some speculation that he wants in on the United Arab Emirates thing where Wynn has just been licensed in the Middle East.
Okay.
And it's going to be a big deal. But the big question for me is, how's that going to work? He's going to be a decision maker now. He's going to put himself on the board, and he's known for chains like Landry's.
Landry's, that's right.
More of a discount chain. The Golden Nugget brand, which is sort of in the middle, but not quite the upper echelon. So it'll be interesting to see what Tillman does now as kind of a new boss at the Wynn.
Well, additionally, Tillman is in development on the south end of the Strip.
Yeah, he's a player, man. He's going to build his own casino at the Strip in Harmon, kind of across from Aria.
Right, so which is a really hot part of town.
Yeah, so he's going to be the biggest stockholder in Wynn Las Vegas on the north and Encore, and have his own ownership on the south side. So interesting to see, the dynamics are going to change a little bit.
That's right. And as we've said in the past, the Wynn does it right. When you go to the Wynn, they're a very classy casino, great place to stay, great place to play poker.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that Wynn isn't the best high-end casino. So it'll be interesting to see if he lets it remain there.
All right, Anthony, we've been prepping for a little while. It's not been as bad this year as last year, but Formula One is next week.
Yeah, next week they'll be in town. The course is, everyone's saying, how big is the course? And I said, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles. It's 3.8.
Okay.
All right. So it's going to, a big part of it runs down the Strip. So here was the people who are running it. This was the warning to everybody. They said it's going to be challenging.
Okay.
For a couple of days, Thursday through Sunday, or basically Wednesday through Sunday. Expect traffic delays and plan for alternative routes. This is all going to start at midnight on Tuesday and run through 4 a.m. Sunday.
Okay.
So obviously during the race, close to the race, everything will be shut down in that 3.8 area and even some of the adjoining streets. And they will open during the days partially. So there's going to be traffic snarls and jams and everything. Just be ready for it.
Now, Anthony, I thought we had avoided all culinary union strikes, but it turns out, I believe, something's going on at the Virgin. They're going to strike, the culinary guys.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we're putting this out on Friday. I'm sorry, we're putting this out on Thursday, and on Friday they are due to walk out.
Okay.
And they're the only ones that could not come to an agreement with the culinary, and the culinary kind of put it off. They had like a mini strike, a mini strike for one weekend 6 months ago. Still nothing has happened, and I think they mean business this time. So they're talking about, obviously they're leveraging the time with F1 coming to town.
Okay.
So they're using that again. They're promising or threatening work stoppage and round the clock picket lines.
Wow.
So be aware, if you've got things coming up, you're going to deal potentially. Sometimes these things at the 11th hour get solved, but potentially there's going to be pickets at Virgin starting tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we're hoping for a speedy resolution, and
for both sides.
Yeah.
You want the workers to get their what they're due, and you want the casinos to be able to run a business. So hopefully they come to a resolution.
Now, this is a follow-up to last week. We're talking about the Silver Sevens Blackjack tournament. Anthony, you're in the finals.
Yeah, well, semifinals.
Okay,
And
semifinals.
Semifinals and finals are going to be played Saturday. But the important thing is that qualifying is tonight, Thursday, the 14th, and tomorrow, Friday, the 15th. You're still time. All you got to do is go there. It's free to play.
Okay.
It's a winner-take-all, 100,000. We're going to play that off. There'll be 36 left, or 36 qualify for the semifinals on Saturday. I'm among them. This will you need to get your name in the drum and be there between now and 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
Same thing tomorrow, and then they'll have a drawing that evening. You have to be there. If they call your name, you go and play. 6 tables of 6, one person advance. Go to the finals on Saturday, and try to win $100K.
Yeah.
And if you're really good, don't come.
And as always, we do need to talk about the Circa Survivor competition. How we doing, Anthony? How did this week go?
Well, there's another 50 or so people got put out.
Okay.
They got put out when a couple of favorites lost.
Okay.
And we're down from 151 to 105 remaining.
105 people left in the competition.
105 out of almost 14,300. That makes the expected value of each remaining competitor's entry 135,866.
Wow, there you go. Okay.
That's what they're worth. And we, like we talked before, there's dealing. People are selling off shares. And I've been party to a few of them.
Okay.
People call and say, you know anybody? I go, yeah, I know a few people. And I put them together, and they've made some deals.
All right. Interesting and fun, right? I mean, people do this because it's a way to make money, but it's also fun.
Yeah, I'm still hanging on to my 1% of 2 entries.
Okay, there you go. You're still in it.
1% of 14 million is pretty good.
Now, this one I'm really excited about because, it's Jake Paul, it's Mike Tyson. It's going to be a big fight, Netflix. I mean, Anthony, what's the line?
Well, first of all, let's put it in perspective.
Okay.
Right? You got 58-year-old Mike Tyson.
Right.
Fighting 27-year-old Jake Paul.
Right.
All right. So Jake Paul is, I think, rightfully the favorite.
Okay.
Minus 240. If you want to bet Tyson, you can get plus 200, 2-1.
Okay.
And there's been quite a bit of Tyson money. People want to bet on what he was.
Right.
But I think he's got a tough one there,
Okay.
And they're going to be fighting with bigger gloves, and it's going to be shorter rounds, and it's going to be an
2-minute rounds.
2-minute rounds instead of 3. It's going to be an 8-round fight.
Okay.
I'm actually looking. I don't think Tyson can beat him. I mean, he can, but I don't expect Tyson to beat him. But I could see this thing going the distance.
Okay. You could see it going to yeah.
So I'm looking at the over 5.5 rounds. Over 5.5, you can get for about minus 125, I think, minus 130.
Okay.
And that's what I'm looking at. I'll probably make a bet on that. But it'll be interesting to see. I mean, if Tyson still got it, then he's got it. But at 58, I've been there. I've been to 58. It's not easy, man.
All right. But you're going to watch the fight?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it.
All right. You're going to bet on it?
I'm going to bet on it.
All right. Me too. And in this week's question of the week, this is one I want to know about too. What's going on with the book, The Advantage Players? I bought it several months ago, and it's not available yet. ?
Yeah. Well, okay. That's a question we've been getting from customers.
That's right.
And so it's a good question of the week for us to do because it's true. That book has been advertised and we've been selling it for quite a while. So I wanted to make an explanation about it. The reason that we came out so early with this and offered it well before publication date was because there was a chance that it was going to appear, the cover would appear on 60 Minutes.
Okay.
All right, that's when I did the 60 Minutes show.
That's right.
They came to the office. They asked me about that book specifically because we talked about advantage play in that interview on 60 Minutes, and they took a picture of the screen with the mock-up, of the cover. So we had the cover, had the mock-up there, and they said they might use it. I didn't think there was much of a chance they would, and they didn't. But because we did that, we kind of had to go through with the whole thing and make it available to the public. We sold it at a really good discount, 30% discount with free shipping.
Okay.
I think $18.71 as opposed to the $26 or $27 it will be. And that's still available now,
Okay.
in fact. But we are close.
So link in the description box.
Yeah, right now we are in final production.
Okay.
So it's about to go. Everything's going to change. It's not going to be the advantage players. It's going to be advantage players only. The cover that you're seeing, that we have now, is going to be different.
Okay.
So everything's going to be different. But this is a good. It's a good book. And I mean, we put it through all of its paces. It's ready to go to the printer.
Okay.
And it's going to be, available, if not by Christmas, very, very close to Christmas. It just depends on how long it takes to print.
Okay. Can we talk about some of the games that people are going to find in the Advantage players?
Well, it's not the games as much as just advantage, how advantage play works.
Okay.
And it's not just gambling.
Okay.
It's for, there are several stories about gambling with a lot of people that you've heard of and people that you haven't, like even including Mattress Mac.
Okay.
A story about Mattress Mac, because that's what he does. He's an advantage gambler, what he does with his hedging of his promotions.
Interesting, right.
John Chang from the MIT team, a guy named Eddie Teams that nobody's ever heard of, a female named RX Gambler.
And he says, nobody's ever heard of me. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, kind of, right? But no, it's going to be a good book, but it's also going to talk about people who take advantage or use advantage play in other walks of life and in other, ambitions and businesses.
Fantastic.
It's going to be good. And it's part of a big lineup we've got coming. So, I mean, we'll just go over these real quickly. These are the books that we expect to have by Christmas or close to Christmas. Okay, the advantage players. We're doing one called Breaking the Slot Code.
Okay.
And this is for slot machine players, and this is all about the advantage slots.
Okay.
All right.
So this is the one that people want. This is like some of the stuff you'll find in Gambling 102 and.
Yeah, taking it a lot farther.
Okay.
Professional Blackjack. We're going to re-release this. This is the classic by Stanford Wong.
Okay.
One of the first books I ever read. It's still completely valid. It's terrific, and it's been expanded hugely. We've included like 3 books: Professional Blackjack, Basic Blackjack, Blackjack Secrets, other books that Wong has done.
Okay.
Interesting one here: The Mathematical Theory of the Game of Baccarat.
Okay.
Now, this was a French book that was published in 1873.
Oh, you're kidding.
We've had it translated. We got the rights. We've had it translated, and it's a classic. We're going to publish it.
People forget how old these gambling games are.
Oh, gosh. They go back. Well, if you really want to talk about it, a lot of these gambling games go back to, BC. I mean, they've been doing these things for thousands of years.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Report, Lockdown Edition. It depends on Grosjean.
Okay.
He's just about done. He's done all of his calculations. He's sending me some edits, so that's going to be close.
I know that's one of your favorite authors.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
And then one more, and we didn't publish this, but we're going to have a gambler's calendar. It's going to be a day-by-day calendar with gambling advice and gambling trivia, and things like that. 365 days worth.
Nice.
And this is done by one of the subjects in the advantage player and advantage players that we talked about earlier.
All right, so
we've got a good lineup coming up.
Yeah, if you like calendars, get ready to get your 2025 calendar. And in this week's Jackpot of the Week, oh, wait, before we get into it, we have to address last week's Jackpot of the Week. What happened, Anthony?
I goofed.
Okay.
Yeah, I goofed. It was brought to my attention by several
of our commenters and our viewers. So thanks, guys. Good looking out.
Yeah, I misidentified the game.
Right. You thought we were playing double bonus.
Double. And, there's no excuse for that. I've got to be more careful. but I just looked at it and it looked like double, and it was triple double.
Right.
Right. So it does make a difference. Now, they look a lot alike because in that photo you could only see the bottom of the schedule, and they look almost identical. But the giveaway, of course, was the $4,000 payoff for a non-royal.
Right. In triple double, you win 4,000 credits for aces with a kicker, which is equal to a royal flush.
Yeah. So that game, and the other thing is I don't play triple double because you don't find very many triple double schedules that are worth playing.
That's right.
And for example, that machine was paying only 98.15% was the return on that, but that aces with the kicker was hit, and I said that the advice on that was that you should not have held the kicker with 3 aces and the kicker. If you had 3 aces and a deuce and held a deuce, I said, well, you're not supposed to, which you are not in double-double. But in triple-double, because of that big premium on the aces, that was the correct play, holding the kicker. So my apologies to the jackpot hitter and to all those people who took the wrong advice from me. I will try to be more careful.
All right. And just so everybody knows, I knew it was triple double. I just thought
Speak
that you're.
up. You gotta speak up.
No, I knew it was triple double. I just thought you were never supposed to hold the kicker. So this is something I learned, that if you're playing triple double and you get 3 aces with a deuce, you hold all 4.
That's correct.
And now for this week's jackpot of the week. It says a friend of mine hit a $20,000 royal flush at Resorts World Bar. Then 2 days later, playing at Fountain Blue, she hit another $20,000 royal flush. She is a video poker influencer, and her channel is Casino Kelly. I thought that this would be a good story for your channel, since one $20,000 jackpot is hard enough to hit, let alone 2. And Fountain Blue and Resorts World, they're right across from each other.
Yeah, your stomping grounds.
Yeah, the north end of the strip. It's a lot of fun to go play in those places.
And here we go with another influencer.
Yes,
Right?
Casino Kelly. I checked out the channel.
Yeah, me too. I looked it up, and she's got about 36,000 subscribers.
That's right.
And what's different here is she's playing video poker mostly. Although when I looked at it too, I saw slots.
I saw some blackjack. Yeah, she plays a lot of different things.
Well, she's playing $5 video poker, so she's a baller.
Yeah,
And hit 2 20K royals.
that's incredible. That'll get you ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. It's interesting doing this as a video poker influencer. You really got to hope that people are watching for the entertainment, because it's tough to play. And the game she was playing, now I was careful about these games.
Yes, of course.
After last week, right? The game she's playing is double bonus.
Okay.
And double bonus is a difficult game to play properly. And, I don't know how good she is because I haven't watched her play, but there's a big difference in the game she's playing. I mean, she's playing a 9-6-5 double-double, and then she's playing a 9-7-5 double-double.
Okay.
And everything changes when you go from 9-6-5 to 9-7-5.
Well, sure, 9-7-5 is better.
Yeah, it's better. Well, the 9-6-5 returns 97.81%. The 9-7-5 is 99.11.
Okay, much better.
Significantly better.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, like in the one hand, she held the king 10, which is the right play on 9-6. On 9-7, it's also the correct play unless you've got another club.
Okay.
If she had a third club, let's say she had a king 10-6, in 9-7 you hold the king 10-6. You wouldn't even hold the 2 to the royal.
Okay,
So
good to know.
Yeah, we don't see what she threw away. Okay, anyway, 2 $20,000 jackpots is darn good.
Yeah.
Maybe we have her on the show.
That would be great.
She can tell us about it, and she can tell us how she came about with the idea of playing video poker, especially these difficult schedules.
And that's it for this week. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Remember, you can go to the description box and get your Las Vegas Advisor coupon book, your member rewards book. Anything to add, Anthony?
Only next Friday. Mark your calendars. The 22nd will be Beer Friday.
That's right. Time to pound some beers with us.
We will do that, and I guess, and then that's it.
Okay. We'll see you next Friday with the Beer Friday. We got the Matt Borey interview from the Jackpot Gents coming up soon.
Well, I'm going to